Hello everyone, this is Laura with Journey Home. I'm happy to be here to give you a new message that came down through me from Spirit, from Source. I'm just feeling really blessed right now to be able to deliver these messages. This may be one of the most beautiful readings that I've ever done. That's ever come through me. My energy feels really good after getting this out, and I'm just so excited to deliver this to the Twin Flame community and to the specific souls that this is meant for. It's just really exciting and it's really beautiful, and I feel honored to be able to do this for others. I got a new crystal, a Lemurian seed crystal. And I got some new cards too that I've incorporated into the reading. So I'm gonna just jump right in and let you know what came through. First, these cards here are for Divine Feminine. I asked Source, Spirit, God, what does Divine Feminine need to know right now? And this is what came through. First was come to the edge. Divine Feminine has reached the point where she is ready to take that leap. She is ready to live life to the fullest. She isn't afraid of offending anyone with her beliefs, with her truth. She isn't afraid of making mistakes. She's ready to be completely in her authenticity, and she knows that requires her trusting and just taking the jump, which is a beautiful energy to be in. And with this card here, you can see a change in the wind. With this leap, with this jump, will come a major shift. A major shift is going to come into Divine Feminine's life. There's really not much else to say. I think a lot of the Divine Feminine collective is feeling this right now, feeling that something is about to come. There's gonna be a change, and Divine Feminine has been patient for so long. Divine Feminine has learned so much. She's learned so much about patience during this journey, and it's getting to the point where that working on that patience is finally going to pay off. Next came the tribe, and this one actually was upside down. So although I say that Divine Feminine is ready to take the leap of faith and that she's standing in her authenticity, this still did come out upside down. So this is the tribe, and you know what? I want to actually just read it. This is from Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see, it's number 8. Yeah, this one I really wanted to read. There's specific messages in this deck for the cards for when they're upside down. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, the protection message here is beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the tribe? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger whole? This will never fulfill you. Now is the time to assess your willingness to be real. Stand tall, be you. Authenticity is true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high a cost. So again, it's back to taking this leap of faith. I feel that most of the Divine Feminine collective, the ones that I'm channeling right now, are ready to take this leap. They're ready to take this jump into who they really are. They're ready to be their truest self with no apologies, But this comes out to remind us that there still may be a little bit of that. There still maybe a little bit of fear there. And I know I have that actually myself, getting on here and channeling messages. It's scary. it's scary to kind of declare your spirituality and come out of the spiritual, you know, your spiritual like hiding place and come out and be who you truly are. But that's what we're here for, and that's what God and Spirit Source is calling us to do right now. And there's going to be many coming out of the woodwork and showing who they really are. We're not alone. There is a tribe. Okay. So here, loyal heart. This one is really telling me that what's going on, and you can see there's two owls here looking at each other deeply in the eyes. What this is telling me, Divine Feminine, is that your patience is paying off. You realize now that this process can't be rushed. It's not an ego process. It's divinely guided and divinely inspired. And eventually, Divine Feminine, your Divine Masculine will return and will prove to be loyal to you, because you've been loyal to yourself and you've been loyal to this journey of self-development. And it's going to pay off with this outer expression of loyalty from Divine Masculine. And when that does happen, what's going to result is there's going to be a fork in the road. You can see here this, I don't know what it is. Kind of looks like a llama, I think, but it has horns. And it's reached this sign here with multiple directions to go, and I feel that's kind of what Divine Feminine has now for her. She's planted all these seeds. She's going to start reaping her rewards, and she's going to have a lot of different choices as far as where she's going to move with her life. Doors are really going to start opening up for the Divine Feminine, and she's finally going to actually get to make a choice and not feel, pushed into just this one way. Manifestation is coming. I mean, the reaping the rewards of the manifestation is coming. So I believe the Divine Feminine has been working on this for a while now, but it's going to come to fruition, and there's going to be choices that will need to be made. And then the last card, I can't believe that this came up, but this deck doesn't have a twin flame card, but look, soulmates. But the two penguins, and then the other one with the two owls together. Divine Masculine is going to return to his Divine Feminine. He knows that she has put in the work, and he knows that is where he wants to be. I also want to say, for those that I believe that most probably drawn to this video are at a point where they understand that what's happening inside of them is this union of the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine within themselves. There's this marriage of the left and the right. There's this marriage of the yin and the yang happening within all of us. And twin flames have been chosen to actually live this out in an external expression, to set an example for others and to learn the lessons, because there's no better way to learn these lessons than to split your soul and then find your soul and then have to work to unite back with it. I mean, there's just no better catalyst for growth than to do it this way. So those that have those souls that have engaged in this journey are really extremely what do I want to say? They're brave. They're brave souls who have decided to engage in this, and you really should just give yourself a pat on the back because you're doing it. And this is coming, and this is coming within you too, so that it's not even about the divine masculine returning in the physical, because now divine feminine has realized that she is whole and complete in herself. She's balanced. She's balanced in herself, so she doesn't really need an external source of happiness, because she knows that she can create her own. But still, this will manifest for the Twin Flame Collective in an external way as well, because that's what Twin Flames came here to do. Okay, so my new cards are the Divine Directions by, I believe this is the creator, Jade Sky. I'm not sure if that's a name, if that's someone's name. Divine Directions, 40 inspiration cards. So I asked Source what inspiration Divine Feminine needed right now, and this is what came out. It was really beautiful. So remove energy blockages by clearing out unwanted emotional or material clutter. So Divine Feminine, you're really close to really feeling complete and whole, but I mean, we're never done. As long as if we're here on earth, on this earthly plane, we still have clearing to do. We still have some blockages that may be there, and then there are some things that are coming out, and it's not as intense. It's nowhere near as intense as it was weeks, months, years ago, but there is still some things that can be cleared out in order to allow manifestation to happen very clearly and effortlessly. Music. Express yourself by playing an instrument or singing. Music will lift your spirits. Many of you may know that the divine masculine and the divine feminine tend to, in this twin flame journey, communicate with each other through music as well. So pay attention, especially right now, because we're getting close here to this union, to the internal and the external union. And as it gets closer, divine feminine, you're probably going to get more and more messages from your divine masculine's higher self in the form of music. Music lyrics are a way of channeling, actually. Many artists who, I actually used to work in the music industry, and a lot of people who write songs are channeling. They're channeling information. So higher selves and source will use music lyrics to communicate messages. So be listening to that, and also use music to just as a way to lift yourself up, because you still are clearing. Recharge. I feel like a lot of divine feminine need to hear this right now. Please slow down. It's not selfish to take time out to look after yourself. That's so true. This journey is all about learning how to take care of yourself, right? So much self-care involved. But it's always good to just have that reminder, especially now, because you're going to be stepping into mission, and you're going to be channeling information, and you're going to be fulfilling your divine purpose here. So make sure to take that time for yourself still. Guides, your spirit guides are there to help you communicate with your spirit guides today. So yeah, that comes back to the music too. There's information coming in through music. And then also, for those of you that are still not sure what path you're going to take, where was that fork in the road? So there's this fork in the road. There's a lot of choices that are going to come for the divine feminine. So listen to your spirit guides when you reach this point. Doors are going to open. People are just going to come to you. Probably including your divine masculine, from what I'm seeing in the cards. And we'll get to divine masculine a little bit later, but listen to your guides when you get to this point. We're constantly being tested still. The tests don't really ever end, but I would say that they do get easier, because this whole journey is a journey of practicing discernment and getting to a point where you can follow your own truth without any external outside influences. So you really know yourself, and you know who you are, and you listen to your guides, and you're connected with spirit, and you're in flow, and you know which way is the best way for you. Not that there's any wrong way, but there are ways that are going to bring more joy and fulfillment rather than more challenges and dark nights. Heal. You have a natural gift for healing through your hands, words, or actions. So yes, this twin flame journey is a journey of healing, and you're doing it, Divine Feminine. You're healing and love. Let me just pull out these cards here, the visual here. It's the right time for you to experience a loving, committed relationship. Enjoy it. So the first is the love and commitment with yourself, right? You're committed to yourself. You're committed to feeling whole and complete with yourself. Enjoy this. Doesn't mean that you're not going to see Divine Masculine return in the external. It seems very certain that this is coming for many very soon, but just take the time to enjoy this union that is happening within you. Because it happens in the spirit, and it happens within you before you see it in the external. Okay, let me move on to Divine Masculine. Okay. I'm going to set these out the way they came. I like to do that. I like to have them exactly the way they came out. Okay. First card up for Divine Masculine, High Priest. And the High Priest is the embodiment of the Divine Masculine. So Divine Masculine is feeling powerful. He is tapping into his Divine Masculine power. He's really owning it. He really is. I think this came out last week also. I can't remember if it was last week or the week before. But it is continuously coming up for Divine Masculine, which is really a great sign. Intend and create. He's realizing that he can manifest abundance. He can manifest happiness. He can manifest joy. And he's really taking charge of his own life. Be brave and honest, the Knight. Now, in order to ground this energy, because this is spiritual energy, you can see this coming down and grounding here on earth. In order for Divine Masculine to be able to ground here on earth, his higher self, he needs to be brave and honest. He needs to be honest with himself about what he wants in his life, the people that he wants around him, what kind of environment he wants to be in. He needs to really take this time to reflect. You can see the Knight here as his eyes closed, and he's thinking deeply and trying to really find that higher self and bring that higher self down and ground that higher self here in the physical. Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. I feel like the Divine Masculine really needs to hear this right now. He's been going through a lot of tests and challenges, and it's important for him to look towards the sun and know that happiness is there for him if he can take this time to reflect and see what really does bring him joy. And see beyond the current situation, because what I'm hearing is that a lot of Divine Masculines still are feeling a little bit stuck. They're feeling a little bit stuck in the matrix, and they know that they need to break free, and they're feeling this energy here, this High Priest energy in the spirit world. So they're feeling it in the 5D, but they still have this kind of myopic view where they're stuck looking at their 3D reality and haven't yet decided on how they should go about pulling this energy down and grounding it here on earth. They know they need to do it. They know they want to do it. They know that that's what's going to bring them success and happiness. But they're still stuck sometimes at just looking at this 3D reality and not looking at the higher picture, the taking a step out and seeing that it's possible if they surrender to what brings them joy. Move in a new direction, traveler. So again, in order to ground the spirit onto the earthly plane, the divine masculine is now realizing that he has to make changes in his life. That spirit doesn't just do it for us. Now, divine intervention does come in, and we do get a lot of help from our spirit guides, but we have to do the footwork here, move in a new direction. We actually have to start walking the path. I've seen this quote before, and I may not be quoting it correctly, and I don't know who said it either, but it's circling the internet right now, again, in the form of a meme. I think I'm saying that right. I've called them memes in the past. Meme. When you walk the path will appear. So divine masculine has to start walking the path, moving in the direction, and then things are the sea will start to part. Things are just going to start falling in place, but he's got to start making moves. And here, this is a beautiful card, and this really hasn't been coming up before. So it's really exciting that this is coming up now. The Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. And you can see that this feminine here, it's like she's an angel. Just looks like she's got so much comfort and so much peace, and you can tell that that's what divine masculine is searching for. He wants to come into a place of peacefulness, of love and comfort, and feel embraced and safe. And he can do it. He can do it if he can start moving in that direction, if he can realize that this is what's going to bring him happiness and success. He can move to this feeling of love. He can move to this place where he can integrate his higher self with his 3D reality, with his ego, with his lower impulses, and merge them together and find love within himself and love with his divine feminine as well. I asked Spirit, what does divine masculine need to know? And these 3 cards came up. And it's really just kind of reinforcing that last spread. So Thinker. At first I thought that this message possibly meant that divine masculine was too much in his head. But what's coming through actually is that it is good for divine masculine to be in his head right now. Because in order for him to move in a new direction, where was that card? In order for him to make those moves on the new path, he does need to create a logical plan, because the divine masculine energy, that's the logic, right? Divine feminine is led by emotion. That's the feminine energy. Masculine energy is logical. So divine masculine really does need to really sit down and take the time to reflect on how he's going to go about moving in a new direction. Now, I'm not saying that it should be, that he has to have every step written out and and everything, very solid, because that's not how it works. You kind of just start, like I said, you start walking on the path and then the path appears. But he really needs to figure out, to make just some sort of logical decisions on how he wants his life to be. Yang came up. And again, this is another one that I actually just want to read straight from the Oracle book. Number 1. Let's see. It is the masculine principle of movement. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is what I've been talking about. The masculine principle of movement and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. Oh my goodness. Yes. This is what we're talking about here for the masculine. Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. Yes, yes, yes. Now is the perfect time to act, for you can really easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcome. There's no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. Oh my goodness. Yes. And here, in this deck, there's actually a message for, let's see, what does it say? There's the Oracle's message, relationship message, and the prosperity message. So you read them differently depending on what you're asking about, but we're really asking about all three here. So let me read the relationship message as well. Circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement toward your highest good, so go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. Oh my goodness, isn't that funny? Because the divine feminine, was told that she should be, listening to music and getting messages from music. Divine masculine is dancing. This is really a dance. The twin flame journey really is a dance. It's a give and a take. It's a dance of the partners, and it's a dance of the energies, the internal energies within you. So divine masculine, take that dance with the feminine energy within yourself. But then take that and ground it with this masculine energy, the yang energy, and bring it to fruition here on the physical plane. And then just to reaffirm, Spirit sent this card as well to co-create. You are the one who is in charge of your destiny, divine masculine. You can do it. Take the steps. Ground the energy. Make some decisions, and you will bring to fruition whatever your heart's desire. Amazing. Okay. And then I pulled some of the divine direction cards for the divine masculine. And again, it's just reaffirming. Just reaffirming again, strength. You have an enormous amount of strength and courage. Remain focused. Stand tall and shine. Yep. Be brave, divine masculine. You can do this. And it's tough. I mean, both sides are tough. The divine, embodying the divine feminine and embodying the divine masculine are both really tough places to be. That's why I said that the souls that engage in this journey are really beautiful souls who have come here to serve Earth, are serving planet Earth, and they're doing it in a selfless way, because if you knew all of the pain and all the struggle that came with this journey, you'd probably be a little hesitant to walk that path. But those who do it are very brave souls, and they're very strong, and they need to remember that. And divine masculine, right now, you really need to remember this because you can do this. That you don't need to be afraid. You have that strength inside of you. You would have never signed up. You would have never signed up for this journey if you didn't believe in yourself and know that you had that strength. Focus. Oh my goodness. Yes, just more confirmation. Just more confirmation that the cards that came out before are really speaking directly from source. Because here we go, the thinker. You're in need of clear direction. Decide what you want in life. Yes, you need to make that decision. And once you do, Divine Feminine is going to be presented with a lot of different choices. She's going to be hit with that fork in the road. She's focusing on herself right now. She's focusing on her journey. But she is waiting for Divine Masculine to decide what he wants to do. Divine Feminine has been so patient. So patient. And that was such an important lesson on this journey. So she is waiting. She's waiting for you to find that strength, Divine Masculine, and focus and make a decision. And then decide comes up, right? You're in need of a clear direction. Decide what you want in life, and then decide comes up. It's so funny. It's time for you to make a decision. Call upon your spirit guides for help. Yes, Divine Masculine. It is time. It's time for you to ground this on the physical plane. It's time for you to trust in yourself, to see your strength, and make that decision. Because I really think Divine Masculine really has made that decision. That's why this card keeps popping up. I mean, he really has decided in the spirit realm. It's just time to make sure that the inner reflects the outer. It's time for him to decide how he's going to go about grounding the spirit here on earth. I think he knows that that's what he wants. I think that he knows that the love and comfort that he's desiring is going to come from grounding this here, but he still has to make these logical decisions and come up with the clear strategy for what direction he wants to take, what direction he's going to go in. Like I said, not a clear strategy of exactly how it's all going to play out, because there's going to be divine guidance along the way. It's kind of like those books, which is like choose your own adventure books, where you're reading through it and then you get to a certain page and then you can turn to another one and you get to decide there. So I mean, the story unfolds kind of gradually, but you got to start reading the story in order for it to develop, And Divine Masculine kind of right now, he knows he wants to read the story, right? He's got the book and he's kind of just sitting there looking at it. He's like, where's this one? Yeah. He's like sitting there, right? Looking at the book like, I want to read this book. I want to. I know that I want to, but am I strong enough to do it? Can I do this? I know that this book is what's going to bring me, the success and the happiness and the love that I want, that I desire. I know that this is the mission that I came down here to complete. But he's still kind of staring at that book, and it's time. It's time for him to decide whether or not he's going to read it. Okay. I think that's it. I do. If you stuck around this long, I guess I should let you know that I've been really tired this week. A lot of integration going on with me. A lot of downloads. A lot of solar plexus clearing, sacral chakra clearing, as well. But I got a prophetic dream earlier this week that kind of just goes along with this reading. So I saw the Divine Feminine in a high-rise at the very top floor, and she was surrounded by it was like beautiful things and happiness. And then she looks down, and just outside of the hotel was Divine Masculine, running back and forth, looking kind of distraught. You could tell that he was upset because his Divine Feminine was in the hotel and that he couldn't reach her. And then I saw Divine Masculine's arms stretching and then shrinking back. So almost like he felt that she was out of his reach. And he was pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, not sure what to do, knowing that he wants to get to her, but he was kind of pacing. And that really just kind of goes with all of this reading, right? I mean, he needs to make that decision. He needs to decide that he really wants to go and he wants to scale. You know, it was a hotel, but it, you know, a scale, I see it as a tower, right? You know, like Rapunzel, right? He's got to go to his queen, but he's got to figure out. He's got to really just make that decision and focus so that he can get there. So yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, this was just probably one of the most beautiful readings that I've had the chance to do, and I just want to thank you all for listening, and I really hope that it was helpful. I know that I was almost in tears when I first channeled this. So I hope that the people who need this do get this message. And I will be back next week. Thank you so much.